Okay, guys, welcome to our team call. It is January 24th. Hey, Stacy, Donna, Jimmy, and Megan are all here. So thank you guys for making time to jump on the call with us. I am going to just start by talking a little bit about the new leader conference that I just had the opportunity to participate in. It was fantastic, you guys. I just got home last night, so I kind of feel like I don't have all my thoughts collected yet to share them with you in any organized type of fashion. But in the weeks to come, I will definitely kind of be segmenting my little takeaways and kind of spoon feeding you all these ideas that I came up with. It was mind blowing. Like, it was just super motivational. They had speakers from corporate that talked about compliance and really broke down the commonalities between top coaches and what they're doing to propel their business forward. And then we had Melanie Mitro speak, Michelle Myers, who's also a top coach, and a few other people that really got down and deep into how they're building their business, and kind of those key takeaways were just fantastic. So I am compiling a blog post right now of all the videos, so you can go in and watch videos of the presentation, so you kind of don't have to feel like you're missing out on anything. And I'll be doing that in the weeks ahead. I just got home last night at about 10 o'clock, so this is all kind of new. Like I said, I'm just still processing all of it, but make it your goal to get there next year. Last year at this time, I was an Emerald coach. So there are no excuses. There were people there at the New Leader Conference this year that were into coaching about a year or two. So it is entirely possible to get there next year. To earn that, you have to be 2-star and above. Then you will get an invitation to attend. If you hit a certain number of elite points, then you will also have the opportunity to earn your hotel room too. So, which is what I did. So it really is only the cost of your airfare. So to me, it's a great deal. So I want to touch a little bit on Team Cup. I think you guys are all on teams. Jimmy, I am working on getting you into a team. So don't worry about that. We have until February 1st to sign up. So anyone who's watching this call that is not on a Team Cup yet, please let me know. I will get you into one. I'll be working on that in the next few days. Team captains. Donna, I believe you're a team captain, so I'm talking to you. I think Nicole is as well. I'm not quite sure who signed up to be captains of our other teams, but
I did.
okay, cool, awesome. So I will be starting a conversation, just a private convo between all of us, so we can share some ideas that are basically just designed to get our teams motivated and having fun with activities and team building types of things. There is a PDF that I linked to that is for team captains that'll give us all sorts of ideas. Like, one idea is doing a weekly team call, kind of like this. If you want to use this Zoom call, all you have to do is schedule a time, and if I'm not using the Zoom platform during that time, you're free to use it. I can set you up as an administrator so that you can do that too if you want to use my account, because I do have a paid account. You can set up a free account, but that just means that you can't host calls longer than 40 minutes. So if you want to do a longer call, let me know. And what I like about Team Cup, especially for those of you who are graciously volunteering to lead a team, is it really is good practice for building your own teams. And when the time comes that your downline is big enough that you want to be running your own groups, this is kind of practice for that. You get in there and get people motivated and give them some assignments. So kind of think of it that way. It's great practice, and it will extremely help your business growth. I stole this from Lindsay Matway, who is a former #1 coach. She did this cool graphic, and you can't see all of it, but the one thing that I did want to point out is up in the corner there. People that participated in Team Cup earned up to 10 times more than those. Just by participating and getting that momentum going, you're doing great things for your business. The prizes are just the icing on the cake. When I was out at corporate, we actually saw the Team Cup. I posted a picture of that. It's pretty cool. They have it in a glass case. And one of the girls that won last year, her name is Genevieve Leclerc, and she is from Quebec. She speaks French and her accent is awesome. She's just so cool. But she earned 135 Success Club points in 1 month. So these girls mean business. It's pretty cutthroat. I mean, I'm not expecting to win the cup or anything like that because those girls from Canada are the ones to beat. But it is super fun. I just can't stress that enough. So team captains, I'll be reaching out to you this week for some ideas. Anyone have questions on Team Cup? No? Okay, then I'll move forward. Yeah, like I mentioned, the New Leader Conference was so awesome. I will be posting more of my takeaways as the days progress here and I go through that. But the one thing that I really wanted to hammer home with you guys is the fact that you really need to take ownership of your business. Please, do you mind muting yourself? I think I hear your dog. Or maybe it's Elise. I don't know. I'm just going to put back. Let's see. Okay, so what I took away is I'm going to be doing a lot more to help you guys do things on your own. I want to be your mentor, but I can only do so much. And that's really one of the things that the top coaches stressed. Like, we're here to help you and give you all the information that you need, but at some point you are going to have to become the leader so that you can do the same thing for your teams too. So the analogy was made when we first start out, we start out together. And I show you how to do things. We do them together. You start to do them. But then you're going to have to branch off and kind of be on your own and do the same thing for other people. So in doing that, you really need to build your confidence and kind of get in there and get down and dirty and be prepared to make mistakes. It is a huge confidence builder to make a mistake and figure out the solution. So I really want you guys to get vulnerable and to be okay with making mistakes and really step out of your comfort zone. I know that it's hard because I was there too. I was like one of those people that was afraid to try anything because I didn't want to fail. But the sooner you can get over that mentality, the quicker your business will grow. And another one of the things that I really liked about the way they presented the business opportunity was the Coach University concept. You know, they talk about people starting businesses or going to, a 4-year college to get an advanced degree, spending all this money either to start a business or to invest in education. Well, if you think of Beachbody as a 4-year university, you're not spending anything in addition to like your Shakeology and your programs to become a coach. In fact, most of us are making money. But even if you're just using this as a learning experience, you are growing yourself. You're growing your brand. In 4 years, if you follow the 3 vital behaviors every day for 4 years, you have built a solid business. You have no debt from like your college education or any type of investment in a startup that you would normally have. So I really see that as an analogy. This is a great opportunity, and don't be afraid to share it with people. I mean, people spend so much, I think Denise and I were talking about nursing school. I mean, like, you could go back to school and spend a fortune on education, or you could buy a business, you'd be spending a fortune. So Beachbody has all this without the risk, without the debt, and all of the potential. So I love that concept. I do have a blog post in the works, like I mentioned, that I'll be sharing the speakers and the videos. So I'll be posting a link to that in our team page as soon as I get that up. There's probably 5 or 6 hours of footage, so it's not going to be like a quick and easy video for you guys to watch, but I will have the link there for anyone who wants to watch it. And please, like I mentioned before, make it your goal to get there in 2017. It is, I just can't say enough good stuff about it. Not only the information that I took away and the motivation, but the people that I connected with that I know I will be getting in touch with again this week. People that I hope to invite on our calls as guest speakers, just to share with you guys different ways that other coaches do things. So it was hugely beneficial. And if you can't commit to getting to the New Leader Conference next year, get to Summit. Summit is just as valuable. We've got the Super Saturday opportunities. They're all really great opportunities for you to get more involved with coaching and network with other successful coaches in the organization. I also wanted to touch on the groups that we have to invite to this week. We've got our Frugal Fix group, which opens tomorrow in preseason. And I still think it's okay to be inviting to that group up until about Tuesday or Wednesday, because we're doing preseason. They won't actually be starting workouts until the following Monday. So what I usually do is, if they've already got the tools, the Shakeology, and the program, I will put them in up until the last minute. And then after that, then we'll be doing another group. We do them every 2 weeks. So I've got another document started in our group page, and I think that one starts on the 8th, if I'm not mistaken. So every 2 weeks, there will be another 30-day group opportunity for your clients. This Wednesday, however, I really want you guys to be inviting to this, because it's the one right after New Leader Conference. It's going to be the sneak peek into coaching. And, I'm going to be posting tons of pictures from this past week that I took with Tony Horton. My friends got to hang out with Autumn. I saw her. I didn't get any one-on-one time with her, but, the Carl Deichler was there, Jeff Hill, Michael Neiman, all the bigwigs at corporate. So I got some great pictures. I hope that will stir up a lot of interest in the coaching opportunity. And whatever I post for pictures, you guys are more than welcome to share. I know that you weren't there personally, but you can still use it to leverage your business. You can say, our coach leader was there, and that kind of thing. Like, you could say, I'm making it my goal to get there next year. Beachbody makes it possible. Of course, put all this in your own words. And I'll be posting a lot of this in our Beach Ready Now group page, the one that's open to all my clients. So if you want to invite challengers to that group too, they're going to see it. So that is going on Wednesday. It will be like a one-day thing, and I'm probably going to do a Zoom call if people are interested in learning more about the coaching opportunity on a one-on-one basis, or, like a live event. So I will probably schedule that for the evening sometime. So we'll be posting throughout the day, kind of doing the breadcrumbing on the coach opportunity, and then we'll cap it all off with a call in the evening. So if anyone wants to pop on that call, that would be great. You can kind of get your people excited about coaching. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. If you have any pictures to share, we always like it when coaches pop into those groups and share their pictures from Super Saturdays or Summit or any of those things. So it just builds more excitement for the group. I always like to start new coaches on the first Monday of the month. And what we had been doing is just doing the self-paced new coach training, which, I'm still figuring things out. I like to think that I'm feeling forward as well, but I really think that some of the new coaches are getting overwhelmed with the sheer volume of information that we have in there. So what I would like to do, starting from 2/1 or February 1st, is doing like a brief 1-week coach training, having people I will really hold their hands that first week, make sure they complete those first assignments. And then once they have that foundation, then I'll be funneling them into that team training group. So with a new coach training, the really, really basic one, I'm just going to hammer home the 3 vitals, because that is so much of what we do. If you've got the 3 vitals down, everything else kind of falls into place after that. And most people have no problem with being a product of the product and doing the personal development. So for most people, inviting is the one thing that they need to work on with that. So that is my concept, and trying to improve my processes and doing something new in February. And, most of you guys are still fairly new, or if you maybe just getting restarted with your business, please let me know how I can improve processes in the future, what maybe didn't work for you, what you would like to see more of. I'm very open to constructive criticism, because it not only helps me help you, then I can help new coach prospects as well. So if you either want to post something in our team group or reach out to me via private message, that would be great. Another inviting prospect that you have is creating a free group. Now, if you've got a team going, you probably are already thinking about a free group that you can be doing within that group. So check in with your Team Cup team to see what you're going to be doing for your free group. If you need a template, let me know. If you need help with anything, let me know. But this is one thing that I'm kind of struggling with. I don't want to provide you with too much. I always want you guys to be taking the next step and trying to figure things out on your own. That's really how you're going to learn. So I'm here if you need it, but I also am going to try to give you guys a little bit more tough love and trying to help you do things a little bit more on your own. Resources for that, oh my gosh, just Googling is hugely valuable. Pinterest has tons of templates for like 30-day challenges. Not that I want you to do that for a free group, but you can get a lot of ideas there. Just on Facebook, look at different groups that they have going on. Ask your clients what they would be interested in, and really get in touch with your niche to figure out what your team or what your team group should be doing. Okay, training opportunities. We have a lot of training opportunities open, you guys. It's all there for the taking. But one point that I really wanted to stress before I throw too much training at you is I want you guys to be doers. I want you to learn by doing and asking questions. I don't want you to be collectors of information. I think that is such a common problem that new coaches have. They focus on learning everything and they don't put it into practice. So with the Coach Basics that we've been running, there is no way for me to know that you're actually doing it unless you comment, ask questions, post screenshots of what you're doing for invites, that type of thing. Take advantage of that group, you guys. Post your questions there. And Stacy, I have to compliment you. I am so glad you're posting questions. I'm going to unmute you for a second because I know you're always like, oh, I'm sorry, but whatever. I am sure that the other coaches are so glad that you're posting because you are paving the way and you're opening doors to make other people feel comfortable in doing that. And what I love is how everyone is rallying to help you out. So thanks to everyone for helping Stacy, and thanks for Stacy for having the courage to actually put yourself out there. And you are a great example of just learning by doing and asking questions. So yay. Okay.
I'm not shy, so I'm gonna ask, and I apologize. And
don't apologize though.
Really, and I'm sorry, I'm getting over a really bad cold, so.
Oh, okay. Then I won't make you talk, but I just wanted to compliment you on that because it meant a lot to me to see you in action and to see the other coaches help you out. So
thank you to everybody that is listening to this. Honestly, I truly appreciate it. And when I ask a question, I literally, just so you all know, I am rolling my eyes as well. I'm like, oh boy, here I go.
I don't think
I'm so sorry.
I really don't. And don't ever apologize for asking questions. We're all here to support each other. So that's my little note about that. So after you've done the Coach Basics, if you're getting your blog up and rolling, then the next step would be for you to get into that blogging boot camp. And then after that, the power of Pinterest. I will be adding more social media training as I see a need for it, but I haven't seen a whole lot of people doing these trainings yet. So that's kind of the progression that I see. The Coach Basics first, then the blogging bootcamp, then Pinterest. I'll be touching a little bit more on Facebook groups as well. I know some of that is already in the blogging bootcamp and in the Pinterest groups. But the next one that I probably really focus on will be using groups. I know Christine has had a lot of success with that in the last week or two. She had a like page. Now she started a group and is getting a lot more engagement with that. So that's something to consider if you haven't done that yet. Other training opportunities, just the fact that you guys are on this call or listening to the playback, that's great. I'm going to try to do these every week. The weeks that I can't do them, I will also be setting you up with another one of my upline coaches who does a live call. So there will be upline calls every week for you guys to hop on, whether it's mine or someone else's. And then also the one-on-one calls. Most of you, GSRs, Getting Started Right. If I have not connected with you personally as a new coach, please reach out to me. That's all in our training. It's in the coach welcome email. So if you haven't reached out to me, I do kind of put the ball back in your court. I don't want to bug people. So I do kind of wait for you guys to approach me. So if you haven't done a Getting Started Right call, please set one up. And then from that point on, it's the team calls. And once you hit Success Club and start doing the actions that it takes, and I see you're doing those actions, I will do one-on-one mentoring calls with you, but I need to see that you've got some skin in the game. So that's another thing just to touch on. I want you guys, like I said, you got to be doers and not collectors of information. So that's what I have on that. I already kind of touched on the new coach training and doing like that first week kind of is like a more intense kind of basic thing, and then kind of funneling people onto the coach training after that. So that's my idea. We'll see how that goes, and we'll tweak as we go along. Importance of Success Club. I know I talk about Success Club all the time, but this really is the key to building your business. It's not that hard. It means helping 3 people every month. That's all. Whether it's 1 Shakeology order, 2 challenge packs, or 3 challenge packs, whatever you're doing, it's simply helping 3 people. And if you do this every month, it's that compound effect in action. After a few months, you'll have 10 clients. After, I'm not good at math, but you can do the math and you see that really works, especially if you're getting more coaches in your team that are doing the same thing. And then you'll reach that critical mass where your business just takes off. You've got a team doing the same thing you've got going on. And that's really when things start clicking. But don't get discouraged. Like in those first months, it is hard. This is a relationship-driven business. So if you are not connecting with people, if you are not developing those one-on-one relationships and really helping them achieve their goals, it won't work for you. But if you focus on Success Club and just helping those 3 people out every month, you are going to get rolling. It's going to click. It really is an indicator of your business growth. And really, like all the other things that I see in training, whether it's blog training or organization, time management, all that, it all boils down to Success Club. If you were to like gauge your success on one thing, if you can be hitting Success Club 5 or Success Club 10 every month, your business is going to grow. And make it a non-negotiable. Oh my gosh, like when I first started, in my mind, I was always going to hit Success Club 5. And for me, that's the one thing that is non-negotiable. Some of my other things that I work on, they're much, much farther down on the priority level, but Success Club is always at the top. And I've already kind of touched on this, but I really do want you guys to take ownership of your own business. Be a doer. Don't be a collector of information. Don't let information constipation slow you down. I see that all the time. And one of the things that the speaker said at New Leadership Conference is she was so sick of hearing about these aha moments. I mean, I think Oprah coined that term and now like everyone uses it, and it's really kind of annoying. Don't have aha moments, have action moments. You might hear something that's awesome, but if you aren't going to put it into practice, it doesn't do you any good. It doesn't. You guys have to be out there doing things. You have to be willing to make mistakes and be vulnerable and look silly and foolish sometimes. And Stacy, not that I think you look that way, but you know what? You are a perfect example of putting yourself out there. And, you say, I'm sorry, I say thank you, because you are doing exactly what you should be doing. Get out there, make yourself vulnerable, and you will see growth in the process. Trust me. Okay, what I want to leave you guys on is just getting committed to success. Wrap your mind around the fact that this opportunity is yours for the taking. It's totally up to you. I have seen firsthand the fact that these coaches out there started from nothing. There were coaches that started with no social media experience, no fitness training, really shy and reserved. And through the 3 vitals, whether they're working on really hammering home the eating or the nutrition, the fitness, the personal development, through that process, they became leaders. And for me, it's the personal development that made the biggest amount of difference. I was not extremely out of shape. My eating wasn't that bad when I started. But for me, personal development has been the key. It's given me so much confidence. And I feel like I can hang with the leaders now. So I don't know. I just get so excited talking about this because I see the fact that anyone can do it. If you stick with it, if you believe in yourself, even if you don't believe in yourself to begin with, you are surrounded by people that believe in you and that will encourage you and motivate you. And you keep working on your personal development and you will get there. And so please get out there, be a honey badger. If you guys haven't seen that funny YouTube video, look it up. I'm not going to quote it because it's got a bunch of profanity in there. So if you're easily offended, don't look it up. But the honey badger takes what it wants. So figure out what you want and then go after it. That's my little message on that. Get out there tonight. Sunday nights are the night when the fruit is ripe for the picking. I feel like we've got all this low-hanging fruit on Sunday night. People are home. They're probably dreading going to work on Monday. So it's a great time to pitch the business opportunity. It's also a great time to talk about diets, because when do people usually start their diet? And I hate to call it diet, but you know what I mean. They're thinking about, oh my gosh, I ate too much, I drank too much this weekend. I'm going to get back on track tomorrow. What am I going to do? So they are out there looking for someone to help them and inspire them and lead them. You be that person, because if you aren't, someone else will be. If you're not posting on social media tonight, you're doing yourself a disservice. Okay, Denise, I'm going to unmute you. It looks like you have a question.
I do. I had a question about, for example, if I want to promote the Frugal Fix for tonight, for tomorrow.
Yep.
Do I want to include the coach training on the same post, or should those be separate? Or I guess that's what confuses me. I feel like I can't do too much at one time.
Yeah, I would definitely separate them. To me, I would, not that you can't promote both tonight, but I would definitely do it in separate posts.
Okay.
What I do is I really promote the challenge groups first, get my challengers going, making sure that they're having success within the program, and really kind of holding their hands in the beginning, encouraging them, motivating them, because my best coaches come from the challenge groups. And you were in a challenge group first, you had success with it, so you didn't need to be sold the business opportunity. You got it, you saw what we did. So it's a lot easier to recruit challengers that already see the value in Beachbody. But
okay,
I would still get out there and promote the business opportunity. You can use your own personal experience. You can talk about, share the pictures from us meeting up and just saying, hopefully you can say, oh yeah, I love hanging out with Kim. Just speak to her and what has Beachbody, what has the business opportunity done for you? So your personal story is the most compelling piece of evidence that you can share. And
go
ahead. I'm talking too much.
I'm sorry. I'm driving, so I'm trying to pay attention while I'm talking.
Yeah.
For the Frugal Fix, if they have already 21-day fix, but they don't have Shakeology, they cannot participate. Is that correct?
Right. And you know what? When I was a first-time coach, I hated that rule. It made me really uncomfortable. But now that I've been in coaching for 2 years, I see why people that don't commit to Shakeology, they end up having less success with the program. They're less committed. They are less likely to become coaches. All this stuff, like if they buy into the Shakeology and what it will do for you, and if you can share your own personal success stories with Shakeology, then they are much more likely to be invested in themselves and in the opportunity. It's expensive, and if that's their objection, then I always present the coaching opportunity after that. I tell them, you have the opportunity to earn money to apply to your Shakeology and pay for your programs and your shakes. And then I also always tell them that the best value for Shakeology is getting it as part of a challenge pack, whether it's a challenger or coach enrollment. Because right now, there comes a challenge pack offers for $140, which is $10 more than Shakeology by itself.
Right. Okay. Because somebody contacted me from one of my posts. I don't know this person, but she sent me a private message and said she can't afford Shakeology right now, and the reason she thought she was interested in the group was because it was Frugal Fix, and she's looking to save money and something like that. I haven't responded yet because I haven't had an opportunity. I mean, I responded to her and I told her that I would get back to her when I returned this evening, but I haven't figured out what to tell her just because she's already said Shakeology is too expensive.
Well, it is. I mean, but it comes down to value, in my opinion.
Right.
For $140, they are getting a program, you as their coach, 30 meals, 30 days of access to Beachbody On Demand. I mean, really, it's a great value. And tell them in this group, they will be learning other tricks so that they can save money in other areas, so they can spend them on those things that are a good value and will help them out in the long run. So it really depends on how you're positioning it, and you have to believe in it yourself. You really do. I'm trying to think of how else you could address that. I mean, I acknowledge.
She doesn't want a program either. Because she doesn't want a program, what do you usually recommend for somebody as far as a challenge pack then?
I always say, if you're going to be spending $130 on Shakeology, you might as well spend $10 more and get more. If they don't want a program, they can do the 3-day refresh challenge pack is $140. That's a great option. The club membership challenge pack is $140, so it comes with Shakeology and 3 months of Beachbody on demand. If they really don't want another one. But for the 21-day fixers that don't have Extreme yet, I always put it out there. You might want Extreme down the road. Yeah, you're doing 21-day fix now, but in a month or two, when you've seen results and want your next challenge, you might really want that Extreme. And if you have it on your shelf, it is something to shoot for. It sets that goal for you in your own mind. So a lot of people have bought it just because, it just costs a little bit more, and it gives them that goal to shoot for.
Okay, that's good information. Thank you. I will share that with her just because for myself, Extreme was a changer for me. Now I'm trying to gain weight because I lost from Extreme. So,
and that's what you need to tell her. That's exactly what you need to tell her. Your own story. There's so much power in your own story.
Okay, thank you. I don't want to take up any more time. Go ahead.
That's what these calls are for. Anyone else have any questions?
I do. Could you just explain the whole on-demand versus programs real quick too, please? Sorry.
No. Come on, Stacy. Quit apologizing. Okay. So I don't know if you've tried on-demand yet, but I always explain it as being the Netflix of Beachbody. So when programs are retired, or I shouldn't even say retired, but when they've been out there for a while, it's not like a first run movie. If a program's been 2 years in release, they usually add it to on demand. It gives your challengers an opportunity to try some of the older programs like P90X. I'm trying to think what else is out there that I use all the time. There's sample programs from the newer ones too, like PiYo, 21-day fix, Hammer and Chisel, all have sneak peeks. So people with on-demand, Beachbody on demand, can try all of these programs out before they buy them. There are literally hundreds of workouts on demand. It's great when you want to say, okay, I really want to work on my butt this week. So you can go in there and you can do yoga booty ballet, and you can do, lower fix if you have 21-day fix. All your paid programs too show up on Beachbody on demand. If you have purchased 21-day fix or Hammer and Chisel and you have on demand, you can stream them, which for me is great because when I'm traveling, I don't have to bring my DVD along. I've got my laptop or my phone. I can watch videos right there from any mobile device, or as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection. So does that kind of explain it? Okay, and every day, Beachbody puts out the Challenge du Jour, which is a workout that they feature for that day only. And usually those are some of the more demand workouts. Like they'll feature ones that aren't regularly on demand. Like I know they've featured a lot of the some of the programs that you don't normally get, like a lot of the live programs too, like P90X Live or PiYo Live. They have great videos for that. So I like it just for sheer variety. If I get tired of doing a program, if I only have, like for your clients that might only have one program, it is a great way to shake it up and do something new.
Okay, so if they already have the challenge pack, are they automatically enrolled into the on-demand, or do they have to pay extra for the on-demand on top of their challenge pack? And sorry, I have one more.
Yep.
If they don't want a challenge pack, can they order Shakeology and be on demand as part of a group?
Yes. Okay, I'll take those questions separately. So when you order a challenge pack, you get a free 30-day trial of on demand. So if you're in your first 30 days, remind your challengers to try it out, because after that you do have to pay for the club membership, which is about $38 a quarter or about $3 a week. But there is, like I mentioned to Denise, a challenge pack that you can buy. If you're buying Shakeology only, it makes a lot more sense to get the on-demand challenge pack for $140 because Shakeology by itself is $130. Well, you could spend $10 extra and get the club membership and with that challenge pack, it's $140, but it includes 3 months of the club membership instead of the just one that you get with the other programs. I know it can be really confusing, but to be in a 30-day challenge group, they need a program and Shakeology. Whether they get that as part of a challenge pack or if they're buying Shakeology on its own or doing the streaming, it really doesn't matter. But to me, the challenge pack is always the best value because it's more than one thing bundled together at a reduced price is what it is. And I'm all about saving money. Does that answer your question? Okay. Anybody else have questions before I move on? I don't have much more. Good to see you too, Carrie. I didn't say hi to you yet. And Kia. Jimmy's on the line. You guys have questions? No? Okay. So last week in our team group, I asked you, what is your one thing that you were going to do last week to propel your business forward? And I don't know if you guys took the time to answer that question, but if you did you get that one thing accomplished? Nobody's wanting to speak out. Okay. I just want that to be a little bit of food for thought because this opportunity, there is so much information, so many things that are probably on your to-do list, just like on mine. You know, my list is like this long, especially coming back from New Leader Conference. I see all the things that I need to do to get to where I want to be. So I want you, if your to-do list is this long, pick out that one thing that is going to have a domino effect on everything else on your list. If you were to pick out one thing that is going to propel you forward, what would it be? So just think about that because it's all, you know, we have to prioritize our time. We all have families. We all have busy lives. We have other things going on besides Beachbody. So really think about what your one thing will be and commit to it. Get it done. Be a honey badger. Take what you want, but it's up to you to do it. So that's all I have. You guys have anything else? Questions, anybody? Oh, Jimmy, I don't know if you missed the part on Coach University. I'm looking at the group chat here. The way I explain Coach University is if you were to invest in a business or invest in a university education, you would be spending money. And what Beachbody presents to us is this great work opportunity. We can think of it as a 4-year block, just like you would a university education. You're not having to pay other than your $15 a month coach fee. You're probably earning money. You're building your business. And in 4 years, that's the amount of time that Melanie Mitro has been coaching. So think about it that way. If you look at this as a 4-year university, and it's a boot camp, you're working on your fitness goals, you're working on your eating goals, you're working on your personal development, you're building a business in the process. Think of it as your Coach University. At the end of 4 years, you are going to be positioned to be a better you, a business person. You're going to have this rock solid business, but it takes time. And the thing about university, if you were to go into your first day of college and see that stack of books, or even like your first day in a new class, you look at the syllabus and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm completely overwhelmed. You have to back up and chunk it into little, smaller, weekly, daily, and then hourly increments. Do your power hour. Pick your one thing for the week. And that has that compound effect. After a while, you are going to see the growth, but it takes the work, it takes the action, and it takes time. So, okay, anyone else? Please ask more questions. We have more time. That's what I'm here for. If you have to leave, I get it. I've got some time. If you guys want to stick around and chat, ask more questions.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Kia.
Okay, so I know that you had posted about social media.
Yep.
And I'm sorry I'm late, so I apologize about that. I might have missed some stuff.
Don't worry.
But I'm finding that I'm getting a lot of traffic. So looking at analytics, like I'm getting a lot of traffic, but then nothing after that. Like it doesn't lead into anything.
Okay.
Do you have any like advice on that?
Yeah. So you need to work on your marketing funnel. You have the VCTA pop-up form.
Yep, I have that.
Another thing that I find is effective is having like a little widget on the sidebar that people can click on to join a Facebook group. And I'm not talking about a like page. You know, Facebook has those widgets that are like my page and that kind of thing. The group widget is something that Facebook doesn't do for you, but you know, you're a graphic designer. You can create like a 250 by 300 pixel widget for your sidebar. And you know, whatever your brand is, whatever you want to call it, like for me, it's Beach Ready Now. You know, and I can switch that out. Like if I have the clean eating fix group that I want to promote that month or a free group, what I do is create a little graphic for it and then I hyperlink it to that Facebook group. And so I get a lot of traction. So people, they are getting funneled to my blog, but then they also see that I'm on Pinterest, that I'm on Facebook, that, you know, I've got all these other social platforms. So if you haven't done that yet, just make sure that people are seeing where you are in social media so that they connect with you on any level. Does that make sense? I mean, it's kind of a roundabout way of doing it, but I guess the objective is to keep them connected to you after they leave your blog. So whether it's signing up for a newsletter or getting you into your Facebook group or getting them to look at your Pinterest pins, you want to connect with them in all those different ways. So the more opportunities you present on your blog for them to see that you're out there, the better.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, that does.
Okay.
Like I have an Instagram widget too on the page, but it just hasn't led into anything.
Okay. Yeah. And sometimes that does take time.
Okay.
It takes a lot of traffic too, because a lot of people will come to your site and bounce. So another thing is to look at your bounce rate on Google Analytics and try to get that down. And what that means for you guys that aren't familiar with that, the bounce rate is the number of minutes or pages a person looks at while they're on their site before leaving. And bounce rates are usually very high. If you have a bounce rate under 50%, you are amazing. Most bounce rates are in like 70, 80%, which means 70 or 80% leave after looking at the first thing.
Wow.
There are ways that you can improve that bounce rate. You know, there are widgets where you can put in a related post, or you hyperlink to other, you might like this or you might like that, and keep them on your site, keep them engaged. The lower your bounce rate will be. And then the more they feel like they know you as well. So the longer you can keep people on your site, the better. Jimmy had a question about the boot camp, the blogging boot camp. I will be happy to add that to you after you get a blog started. You have a blog, Jimmy? It really won't do any good unless you have one. So I'm not sure if you're on the line yet. No, okay. So once you get your blog started, let me know and I'll add you to that training.
Yeah. Hey, Kim, am I on? Yeah, we're getting, Danielle and I are getting more traffic too, and we are getting more of the CETA people contacting us through that and through the WUFU form. But what we're getting a lot of is people who already have programs.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are switching over to us as coaches, but it still gets to that Shakeology piece. So we're having a really hard time getting people to buy into that.
When you reach out to them, are you also giving them the information to join your Facebook group if they don't want to buy Shakeology?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good thing, because the more what you want to do is keep them engaged with you.
Okay.
It always goes back to that relationship. They might not be ready yet. They might not. I mean, and if they have a coach, I never want people to switch coaches because we don't want to do that. We don't want to step on any toes. But
Right. Most of these are people who don't even know they have coaches.
oh
So
yeah,
they,
and then
they bought the program. Yeah.
So then what I would do is if they don't have a coach, have them assign you as their coach.
Right.
That will attach
That's what
them
we've
to
been
you.
doing.
Even if they don't want to buy Shakeology, I
Okay.
love to have, everyone has an option. If you don't want to buy Shakeology, for me, you can join my Clean Eating Fix group. You can join my Beach Ready Now group. You can follow me on Pinterest. You can do this. I mean, give them the support they need. They just don't get the 30-day group. And so you really have to do a little bit of digging and find out what they're looking for. Like a lot of people are like, well, I really just want menu plans. Well, then I send them my link to menu
Right.
plans.
And that, okay. Yeah, that's what I've done.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're doing great then. And the fact that I think you're really doing good with your blog. I mean, I've seen you posting a lot more, and use our Clean Eating Fix group. I think that people are really using that. I don't know if you've noticed, but when you post a link to your blog from that group, are you getting more traffic?
Yeah, we are. We
Yeah.
are. I think one day we got like 20, 25 Decida responses.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Once you find things that work, that's what you have to keep running with.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes time, you know, to figure out what things are.
Okay.
Yeah, Kia, you can join the Clean Eating Fix group. Any one of you coaches can join that group. And this is a little bit different. I had started a blog and really kind of worked on, I think, and this is what you're thinking of, I'm sure, that I had started a blog called Clean Eating Fix, and I kind of discovered I didn't have the time to invest in it. It's still on my to-do list, but like all of you guys, I've got a million things on my to-do list, so I'm trying to prioritize what I need to do and what I don't need to do. But I have this Clean Eating Fix Facebook group, and if you have a blog and you've got a recipe or a menu plan, please post the link in there. The only people that are allowed to post links in there are my downline. So this is like a gold mine I'm giving you guys, because we've got almost 10,000 people in there.
Wow.
And if the people that are looking in that group, if they don't have a coach and somehow you connect with them and what you're posting resonates with them, I want them to assign you as their coach. That's what this is for. So that's another reason to get your blog up and rolling, because it does work. Right, Donna?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, and I even, Kim, there was one woman that from the Visita that kept conversing back and forth, and in the end she told me she had a coach she liked. So I put her in my Facebook group anyway because she wanted the recipes. I said, sure, you can still
absolutely
come there.
Even if she has a coach and she participates and helps others, it's helping me.
Right.
Because it's a community builder. Yeah.
Right. That's what I told her. I said, you're welcome to come in this group. And she did. So
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll add you to that group, Kia, if you're not in it. Anyone else?
I don't think I am.
Okay. Yeah, I'll add you. Anyone else have
I don't think I am either. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not.
Okay. I'll make sure you get added.
Thank you.
I think I'll just post a link in our team group. And so others that might not be on the call can add themselves as well. It's the Clean Eating Fix group. I'll post a link to it. So yeah. Okay. Anybody else have anything? I want to do my little cheer again. You guys get out there, do your power hour tonight. Sunday night is the best time to do it. Seriously, trust me on this. Denise, did you have something? It says you're raising your hand, but I don't know if that's something.
I was going to ask about the clean eating, if other people can be part of that group or just the coaches.
The Clean Eating Fix?
Yeah. Like for example, if somebody ultimately doesn't purchase something and they're looking for like a recipe page, is that where I want to send them?
Send them there. Anyone can be in that group. I approve everybody.
Do they need to have assigned a coach first?
No. In fact, there are other coaches in that group. And I have to ban people because I find other coaches trying to recruit in that group, and that is a no-no. That is such a no-no. But you guys are the only ones that are welcome to post links to your blog. If I see coaches doing that from other groups, I don't think that's cool. So I will ban them. I'm not doing that. But anyway. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up, you guys. You know where to find me. And go out, do your power hour tonight if you have time. If you don't have time tonight, do it tomorrow morning because Mondays are also very good. And be inviting. Frugal Fix is starting tomorrow, so it's a huge opportunity. All right. I hope you guys have a great week.
You too.
All right.
Get some rest.
Yeah, definitely. Hope you guys are staying safe from all the storms. I'm so glad we don't have it. But all right. Happy Sunday, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.